fight was actually one of the beginning days in the house. So it was maybe on day 2 or something. Whatever day Janelle got there and we were filming Janelle's intro shot was the day that fight happened. So it was basically interrupted because we were doing shots that day to backtrack, because keep in mind, in that house it was like almost every single day we were backtracking because things would happen and then the camera guy would only have pieces of it, and then the main camera crew would get there like at 2 o'clock. So it was always backtracking. So that fight was happening in the midst of filming something else. For story-wise, it would have probably been too confusing for them to insert that fight. If I remember correctly, I don't remember an actual physical fight taking place that day. I could be wrong because there was a lot going on. I remember being at the foyer with Natalie, and Natalie at one point was like holding my hand. She's like, don't go nowhere, don't go nowhere. And she was yelling at Christina. Christina was jumping on the couch, cussing Natalie out, saying like, you're not gonna play this false narrative, like I'm this and that. And it had to do, of course, with the makeup all over again. She didn't like how Natalie was trying to play her. She's like, if you have makeup, we were promised hair and makeup on this show, now you're trying to play me now that we're in the house and she doesn't have hair and makeup. So Christina was jumping on that sofa like, bitch, da-da-da, whatever else. And I, at one point, the producers had to come in and they were like, Sarah, go over there. And I'm like, no, like Natalie wants me to see. He's like, no, go over there. And I said, no, because I'm going to have to hear this later that I didn't have her back or I wasn't beside her. And I gotta be in this house with her. Like, I don't want to hear her mouth all night long. She was literally holding my hand for me not to leave. She's like, no, Sarah, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. So yeah, it was like really stupid. It was like tacky and dumb. But I don't personally, you guys would have to ask Christina. I don't believe an actual fight broke out. Natalie was in the foyer. Christina was on the sofa. And at one point, I like went to the side, which was like the dining room where all the cameras were setting. All right, what else do you guys